From the time that we are young until we grow up, we're basically taught and conditioned by the world to put everybody else first and to put ourselves last. See, for example, when you're born, when you're just a baby, and as you grow up, you don't really have any control over anything. When you're just a baby and you're real small and growing up, there's not much you can do. You're force fed and you're taught and conditioned what religion that you should buy into, what a lot of times the sport team, the football team you end up liking is because of your family, who they liked, who they played allegiance to, your style in clothing. That has to do with the community and the society in which you were brought up with. And I guarantee you, your same sense of fashion wouldn't be the exact same if you were, growing up in Detroit versus being raised in, some tribe in Africa. Obviously, they're going to be completely different. And so, from the time that we're young until we grow up, more of us is not us than really is us. We're conditioned and taught by society how to live and how to basically put everybody else first. And we don't it may be hard to understand that at first, but we're taught to basically make decisions to please our society, everybody else around us. And a lot of times the career that we chose and the school that we choose to go to is to please our parents, or to please a girlfriend or someone we're dating. We want to get a good job, to be able to impress the opposite sex, and or to make our parents happy or whatever. And we don't realize how many decisions that we are making in our life are not really truly incongruent with what we really want. And like I said, it may be hard to really understand that until you take a step back and you start to think about how many of your decisions in your life are truly actually yours. From your style, from the clothes that you wear, to the car that you drive, to the career that you have, to all the decisions that you make in your life. Are they because that's truly what you want to do? Or is it because that is how you were conditioned by society how to behave? And what was the appropriate choice that you should make? And obviously, to some extent, living within society and being able to fit in with other humans and so forth, that is, necessary to some extent. So we don't can't just walk out into the middle of the street naked and get thrown into jail. I would love to just be naked all day. But, to some extent, we have to, if you want, unless you want to live out in the middle of the jungle or something like that. But once you start to become aware of that, about that, how many of our decisions in our life are not truly ours, but are to please others, then at that point you can begin to take action and becoming more selfish, into truly taking action and making decisions in your life out of a selfish interest, and just out of what you really want, regardless of who it offends, of whose feathers it tickles, of what the girl you're dating is gonna think, or your significant other, or what the opposite sex will think, or whatever. Make decisions out of being truly selfish. And that is when you'll begin to discover a new sense of peace and fulfillment in your life. And a lot of times, even when you think you're making decisions that are selfish, they're really not. They're still to please someone else. And this is why this is an exercise and it takes practice. But one of the best advices that I can give, especially for young men, entering into adulthood, is to take time to be selfish. Make decisions just for you. If you want to take time off and travel the world, and even if it's going to piss off your parents and so forth, then go do it. Who cares? If you want to go play guitar and try to become a musician, and that's what and everybody else think that's stupid, you should go become an attorney, then go do it. What you going to do? Be selfish. It's okay. Because the last thing you want to do is have lived your entire life realizing that you lived your life all wrong. Realizing that more of you was not you than really was you. That more of your decisions and actions in life were not yours than really were. I would rather make decisions and fail than to have gone through my whole life just making decisions and taking actions that were already chosen for me. I don't want my destiny having been decided for me. And that's why even you can see on this channel I've been vulnerable and sharing successes and failures that I've had in my life. But I'm proud of it. I would never take any of those back, because every decision that I make, there's a decision that I choose to make. And sometimes, I say things that offend people, or put content out that tickles other people's feathers, and my family don't like, and my friends, and whatever. But I found that when I live and I make decisions out of a selfish interest, the interesting thing about it is that everybody around me ends up getting the best of me. That they end up getting to experience the real me. And that for those that don't like it, that don't like who I am, then then they can leave. And that's the beautiful thing about living in true congruence and living from a 100% authentic, genuine, your 100% authentic, genuine self, is that it's gonna put the law of attraction into action. You're gonna push away everybody out of your life that isn't meant to be in it, and you're gonna attract the right people that are meant to be in your life, and the people that are meant to be in your life will find a way into your life, and they will stay. So my advice for you is simple. It's okay to be selfish. It's okay to make decisions just for you. And you'll know that you're making decisions that you truly want to make in your life when they feel right, when they feel good. And you'll know that you're making decisions that are not truly in alignment with how that you really truly want to make, when they stress you out, when you're doing things that cause you to feel negative emotions, to feel upset or stressed out, or they just don't feel good. Not because you're scared or intimidated, because that's a different kind of emotion. But when you're making decisions that just you get that stress or that unsettling, that intuition inside of you, the real gut intuition that just says this isn't right, but a lot of times you go along with it anyways. Those are the decisions that you should more avoid, and the more decisions that you should make are the ones that truly feel right. Maybe they do scare you a little bit, and maybe they are intimidating, but deep down inside, your gut and your instinct tells you that they feel right. And then, and part of you might think, this is going to upset these people. What are they going to think about? That's the decision that you should be going with, the choices that you should be making. So it's okay to be selfish. Be selfish. All right, guys. So until next time, let's make it a great day, a great week, a great month, a great year. Let's make it a great life. See ya.